Campbell's comments, sitting over here in sunny Victoria. I will declare, Cam Bray, firstly, he joins me from New Zealand Bloodstock, standard bred section, I suppose, because New Zealand Bloodstock is all-encompassing, but you pretty much are a true die-hard trotting man, Cam, that'd be right?
Yeah, I do, yeah. No, I do get roped in from time to time to lend the voice to the thoroughbred auctions, but no, I predominantly am a trotting man, yeah.
I see a great picture of Princess Tiffany, you alluded to there, up the back. She'll be going around on New Year's Eve, but she obviously went through the sales, I'd say, at some stage.
She did at some stage, yes. It was pride in New Zealand Bloodstock being a part of the sales, obviously, but yeah, no, she's a great Kiwi breed, a great advertisement for the breed, you know, doing a great job over there.
Absolutely. What we're here to promote now, I'll declare this is Christmas Eve that we're recording this, but we're not going to put it up on Christmas Eve. It'll be going up Boxing Day for people to be aware, but mainly to make sure people are aware that you have a sale coming on. I mean, here in Australia, the landscape's changed a lot. We've got Nutrien and APG have both come on board with sales catalogues and all the rest, but you guys have been around for a long time, and you've been very, I suppose, vocal. You've been changing things up. You run a very, very good sale, and you consistently try to improve, and people talk about it. I know Kath McIntosh, when she goes over there, she absolutely loves it and just thinks it's a way to sell horses and the likes, and you've been doing it for a fair while. You don't want to get lost in the wilderness, I suppose, with COVID-19 and potentially people not being able to travel across there.
Yeah, no, you're right, Paul. We're very conscious. We've been pretty lucky with the COVID-19, to be fair, although our racing did take a pretty good hit earlier on when we sort of went into that severe lockdown we had here in New Zealand. But it did the job, and we managed to keep it out so far. So the only problem we've got now is we're pretty much isolated from the rest of the world. So, as I say, you know, our yearling sale is a big thing for us. Especially the standardbred division. It's our shop window. We sell some great horses, and yeah, we just want to make sure we touch all bases. You know, you can't rest on your laurels at any year, but especially in a year when things are a bit limiting. You know, you've got to do your best to leave every stone unturned. You know.
How have you found the challenges? Because, I mean, you've got a lot to do with Gavel House there behind, and I think it's been sensational. I love the way that they sold the weanlings earlier on in the year. How have you found it, and has there been some positives coming out of it?
Yeah, well, see, we were forced into that. Basically, that historically all-age sale would be conducted at Karaka, and mainly supported by great vendors we have up there. One of them being a great sponsor yourself, Woodland Stud and Alabar. And we made the move to go online. It was pretty clear we weren't going to be able to do that in person. It was surprising. You know, we were very apprehensive going forward. But look, when you actually sit down and drill into it, we had an extra 100 registrations for that sale than what we would if we had it physically on site. And our Australian spend was miles up on what it has been. And I think a lot of that comes down to technology. You know, the vendors did a super job of giving us great footage and photos of confirmation and how the horse is set up. And guys didn't have to commit to come to New Zealand. You didn't have to, you know, leave your team at home or leave someone in charge. They could sit at home, and if they missed out, they missed out. But you know, a lot of guys didn't, you know, which is great.
I found there was one problem I had with it. You ran it during a work day, and I was trying to. I'm a horse dentist as well in another life, and I was trying to do horses' teeth and try and keep an eye on the sale. But it was just captivating. It was, I really enjoyed. It was like being sale day, basically. You're just waiting for the next lot to come up and just see where it goes, and not knowing how long it was going to go for, which was really captivating, I must say.
It was great, and like we had buy-in from Australia, New Zealand. We had American interest, Canadian interest. We sold 2 or 3 horses to Canada. So, like, it just shows you the world's a small place now, and there's interest from all over the world racing horses in it, being New Zealand and Australia.
This year's sale, you've got 430 yearlings going through. It will go through the same format as what it has in previous years. It won't be predominantly online. It'll be more geared for whoever can be there, can actually be there, but you'll have the online section as well, being able to bid for them.
Yeah, it's slightly different. We're going to stretch it over an extra day. So we'll sell Sunday in Auckland, which will parade on that day. We'll sell Sunday. So that's the 13th and 14th of February in Auckland. And then in Christchurch, we sell Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We felt the timing, with being in Australia and WA being a great buying state for us over here. We've elected to start our sales here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, just so it gives the Australians time to get their horses worked and get tidied up, or basically not have to set an alarm to wake up to buy a horse.
Yep, which it could start a divorce, like eating your Wheaties and just telling the wife you just spent $100,000 on a horse. It might be tailor-made for divorce that way. So.
Exactly. We're very conscious that it is going to be a hybrid sale. We're sensationally with our ready-to-run sale, but it does take a little bit longer, because you are, trying to work with guys online and bits and pieces like that. So we're starting a wee bit later. We've trimmed up the numbers we sell during the day, just to try and make it a wee bit more user-friendly, So, we've got 430 Yearlings catalogue, but there's 143 of those are in Auckland. 134 of them, in Auckland, and then the 296 are down here in Christchurch. And the catalogue is as good as it's ever been. We've got 39, 39 siblings to Group 1 winners in that catalogue, which is great, and that's not including anything outside of Group 1, We've got the half-sister to Spankham, we've got a full brother to Chicago Bull. We've actually got a three-quarter to King of Swing, and then a half-brother there to Majestioso, tongue-tied. I've been around them, most of them now twice, just with inspections. And we had a great winter here in New Zealand, and the horses look good.
They do.
They look good. Yeah, sensational. Yeah.
Their standouts, the King of Swing, is that a three-quarter brother or sister?
Brother, I think.
You didn't.
I'm not about to check that for you.
You didn't put that one on my notes, so I thought I'd check that out. So people are aware that it's a three-quarter, obviously out of the same dam. What's this one by when you find it at the same time? I'm throwing him under the bus here.
So, three-quarter for mine. So this one, lot 39, he's by a rock and roll dance, obviously being by Rock and Roll Hanover, out of Twist and Twirl. So the mother of King of Swing, who being by Rock and Roll Hanover.
Yep. So that's how it gets to the three-quarter, because it's always one of those bones of contention. Some people say it's got similars, so they go that way, but that is dead set three-quarter because the sires are very, very closely related as well themselves. While I'm throwing you under the bus, what's the half-brother to Majestuoso, being a trotting man that I love? What's it by?
It's by Quaker Jet.
Oh, it is too. I did see that, yeah. So that's very exciting, actually. They're going pretty good over here, so that's very, very exciting. Woodlands have got, I think, 36 lots going through the sale, so they're obviously patronising you very, very well, but you'd have a lot of other studs that are prepared to get behind and support you as well.
Oh, we've got some great clients over here in New Zealand that really do show us a lot of support. You say Woodlands, especially in Auckland. Woodlands, you've got Alabar, we've got a number from Alabar. Brecon Farms, and they've got a sensational band of broodmares down there. And we've got other great breeders throughout New Zealand. Neville R. Stud are great supporters of us, and a number of large commercial breeders, Arden Lodge down south, the Southern Red Group, as they call themselves, and they have a sensational record of breeding fantastic racehorses.
So you'd be very, very excited about it. Sire representation, you've got, I'm tipping just about everyone dotted. I'm sure Better's Delight probably heads it up. I'm allowed to say that, but I'd say he'd be pretty close to heading up the numbers of the lots.
He isn't actually this year. We've had a drop off in Better's Delight slightly, but it has been topped up by the strength of Sweet Lou's numbers in recent times. But we've got three first season sires over here at the sales, which each and every one of those sires has left fantastic types. The Vincent's, lovely big strong types, really do look good. The Wather Hills, I think they're exceptional. And same with Down by the Seaside. We've seen both Vincent and Down by the Seaside sold really well at the Yearling sale, and breeders elected to come straight to the Yearling sales or pinhook through back to the Yearling sales. They're they've just stepped up another level to come back through sales. That'll be fantastic.
It's actually a great push with Seaside as well, because he's already booked out in America for this next season coming up. His book's already closed, which is a huge vote of confidence from the USA breeders, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, no, and he's like the types we've seen here in New Zealand. You can see a lot of breeders are going to go back to him. He's leaving a lovely type.
Yeah, I forget. I should remember his nickname. Mark will be watching this and he'll be telling me off, but it's like the Hulk or something like that they call him. But they reckon he just leaves tough types. I must say, the Vincents as well. We got a filly in the front paddock. I love the Vincents. They're really nice types as well. So, which is really
What
good.
the Hill's a super as well. Like if you were going to say anything about What the Hill, he's every bit as good as what you'd see leave a Muscle Hill type, but probably just a bit better conformed.
Yeah. How many trotters do you have? Throwing you under the bus again because you haven't.
Oh, I don't know, mate. Like we have a trotting section here in Christchurch, which comprises of about just off the top of my bloody head, I think it's about 45. I think we have here in Christchurch, and we have a number of trotters scattered through our Auckland sale.
So maybe around 100, maybe low, like under 100, maybe.
Yeah, it'll be under 100. It'll be 60, 70, something like that, you would think. I just don't have those numbers on me, sorry.
No, but that's all good. International buyers, so how are people, what are we going to do? Like, so people that want to get involved in this sale and they're watching it, one, if they need a catalogue, how's the best way to get a catalogue?
Best way is just to give the team here in Christchurch, it's single. Best bet is probably Rachel Deegan. You can email her at rachel.deegan@nzb.co.nz. But we've got catalogues scattered through most of the main tracks, like your Meltons and Menangles and bits and pieces over there, Gloucester Park. I just sent some catalogues to Mark Hughes today. So, a lot of trainers will get them anyway, or previous purchasers will get the catalogues anyway, but the COVID-19 thing hasn't helped the mail situation out of NZ, so it's just taken a wee bit longer than we'd probably like it to have. We would like to have most purchasers or potential purchasers would have them in their hands by now, but reality is that mightn't be the case.
How far out do you want people to register though? If they are inquiring, you don't want to leave it to the last minute. Can they start? Can they start registering from now, or is it too early now?
It's probably just a wee bit early, but we'll do a press release because it'll be because of the way we run the online bidding this year. We'll do a press release with a special link you can go through to register all online through our accounting system. If you've previously purchased with us, it's quite easy. All you need to provide is your
Sorry about that. There was a delay in the audio coming through, but how do people actually register? You were saying there that if you're an existing purchaser or already purchased your suite, but...
Yeah, if you're an existing client, all you'll need is your NZB account number. And if you're not, there'll be an online process that's just self-prompting. It'll be very easy to sort of get through that, and the accounts department will get in touch.
Get in touch and do it that way, but don't leave it to the last minute. Please make sure you're all ready to go. You guys stream it live from memory. You always stream live, and this year we'll definitely.
So we stream live, and with this year with the hybrid bidding platform we use, so effectively we will still have a physical sale here in New Zealand to our New Zealand buying bench, but it will be streamed through a separate bidding portal for those that have registered, which is as bulletproof as we can get it, so that they can then bid online in real time to the auctioneer at the site. So as we're going up in the numbers, you can just keep bidding, and we'll just keep taking the money from you.
There's always everything that I do when I do live. There's about a 15-20 second delay. Will that be the same with what you guys have? People have to be aware of that.
We stress tested our bidding platform against our ready-to-run sale for thoroughbreds in November, and it historically has been a really international sale for us, with quite a number of Asian interest. So it really did get stress tested, where we ended up selling that catalogue. All the indicators were up for that sale, and actually we had 31% of that turnover of that sale was sold to online purchases, which is huge because at the end of the day, people still have agents operating for them on their behalf and bits and pieces like that. But that's actually physically knocked down to guys virtually.
Yep. So so don't stress over there. There won't be that big of a delay. There's only 2 months to go. That's the biggest thing we've got to get out. The messaging we've got to get across, isn't it? Is just 2 months out now from the start of this sale.
It is, and there's a lot goes on, as we know. Christmas time, everything sort of cranks up racing wise, and you go into different carnivals and bits and pieces. So, like here in New Zealand, we hold trainers' parades, inspection days, which will start sort of mid-January onwards. So, and for any international or Australian purchasers that want to know anything, myself and a number of other colleagues have been through the horses twice now, and we take basically a number of the top trainers through those horses over the next sort of 6 weeks. So, just get in touch if you need anything. I can put you in the direction of an independent agent if you don't want to deal with a company agent, so to speak. And we have a number of great vets here in New Zealand if you need anything vetted or anything like that. But look, we've stressed hard to our vendors that they need to provide great, as they did for the all-age sale, those great videos and photographs of basically to try and reenact an inspection or a parade for someone who isn't there. That's the sort of standard we're trying to set, because whether the COVID thing goes away or not, we won't be going back to
how it was.
Not doing this. This is going to be the way we're going to have to continue to do business, because it showed it with the all-age sale that guys, if they don't have to commit, will get in the game and have a play. I envision that the similar thing will happen here. So, it's not when COVID goes, we're not just going to pack up the hybrid bidding system, put it in the cupboard. It's here to stay.
Absolutely. I know Woodlands, they are a sponsor of Campbell's Comments, but we've already earmarked about the second week, maybe third week in January. We're going to try and, at the very minimum, do a virtual parade like we did for the Weanlings, but going forward, we're probably going to try and even change it up just a little bit in that way. If any of the New Zealand sailors want to get in touch, by all means, give me a heads up either through Cam or just touch base with me through my Facebook pages or the website, and go from there. But they're definitely changing it up. And if anyone wants to see some of these horses in a different light, stay tuned to Campbell's Comments, because we'll be bringing it a very, very different sort of footage, that's for sure.
Yeah, great. That's good.
That's very good.
It's all about getting the footage out of the people. People want to look at horses. It's just being able to put it in front of them,
And promoting it in a different way as well. Keep trying to change it up. Cam, thank you very much. I'm going to say Merry Christmas, even though this is going out on Boxing Day, mate. Merry Christmas, and you can have a quiet day. But thank you very much for joining me, and I look forward to catching up probably a little bit closer to the sale as well. And we'll just remind people as to how it's going. But, thank you very much for giving me the time of day today, mate.
Thank you, Paul. You're doing a great job over there, and as I say, a few of us here in New Zealand, we definitely are picking up on what's going on. Merry Christmas to you and all your viewers. Best of luck for any racing they've got on the go for the next wee while, and as I say, we'll catch up in January.